Welcome back to Y'all With Us. Mo, hi, back, yo! We're here with Bad Influence, the baddest of influences. We're here with Bob.
After 48 years, I'm finally getting tattooed, man.
So how come you didn't get tattooed before?
Plenty of reasons. One, my parents scared the fuck out of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tattoo belongs to demon or what?
Yeah, tattoos are for demons. So hey.
Shoot?
Yeah, we shoot.
Damn might be good.
Yeah, damn yeah.
No, the famous line is "Tao săn mày."
Yeah, tao hả? Mà muốn cái quỷ đó mà.
Sao mày không đi giết tao cho nó lẻ đi?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like that.
No, tattoos have always been a taboo, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Recently, it's not, but when do you think it didn't become taboo anymore?
When it hit TV, I think that demystified a lot of the stuff where people got an inside look into tattooing, and then the internet changed a lot of things too.
Yeah, plus like, you know, tattoos back then, like you're associated with gang members and degenerates, and I'm none of that. I don't do degenerate shit, you know what I mean? So I stayed away from tattoos for a long time.
Yeah.
But you know, the other day I walked into Bad Influence, they talked me into it. They go, "You're old. If you always wanted, go ahead and get it." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he sent me home with a fake tattoo for a while. But since he's been in the business for how long now, Bob?
Since '95, so I guess.
That's when I was born.
Shoot, I guess 29 years.
Oh my god.
29 years professionally.
Yeah, dude.
Professionally, 29 years. Were you tattooing before that, home style?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Backyard boogie for sure.
Did he make his own tattoo gun?
Yeah,
Wow.
I actually made my own tattoo machine per homie.
Her homie.
Yeah.
Can you describe what that was like?
Now buy two get one. Share the same needle.
So when I was younger, we did the stick and poke and stuff like that. And then me and another homie, we had an older homie. We just got out of prison. Did like a nice stretch of time. Came out. I was like, hey, I'm gonna put you guys on game. Let me show you how to make a real, real tattoo machine.
A solid machine.
Real tattoo. He meant a real prison tattoo machine.
Not just a Walkman.
Yeah.
We gotta use the 12 gauges.
So, we gathered stuff up around the house. I think it was like a remote control car motor or something like that. And then he, instead of using like guitar string, which is how most prison tattoos are made, he grabbed a spring from a lighter.
Oh,
You know how a lighter has a spring?
Yeah.
Took that spring out, straightened it out, lit it and sharpened it on cement.
Yeah. Grind it.
Yeah, and then, put it together, and that's how we kind of like tattooed each other. And that's how I kind of learned.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And then just tattooing the home around the neighborhood and stuff.
I mean, when did you consider yourself a professional?
Shit. I still think I'm not a professional, bro. I don't even know why you're doing this. Bye back.
So I'm getting tattooed by a non-professional that's been doing it for 30 fucking years, okay? So
Under the radar, homie.
$20 Amazon machine.
yeah, he's on a $20 Amazon machine and
$20.
he made his own ink. He burnt a couple chess pieces, got the soot from it.
Yeah, gathered the soot, mixed it with a little bit of shampoo and toothpaste. And here we go.
Here we go. It's not about the machine. It's about the skill.
Yeah.
I wanted a traditional tattoo, and that's what they did. You know what I mean? They heated up a chess piece, made a tattoo gun out of a Walkman. See, that's what it is right there.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Where the fuck can you get a Walkman nowadays?
And
eBay?
where's the Chip Ahoy
I
bag?
bet you it costs more than the original Walkman cost.
Did you know the needles were made from Chip Ahoy bags back then?
Really? Are you trolling? Are you trolling? Yeah, are you trolling us?
No,
No, bro. You know where they bend it? There's the wire that bends and shut the bag.
And the chip, it's not that sturdy though.
Yeah.
Fucking the needles would go like this.
Yeah, it's like this though. That's why it's all choppy.
That's why you got to stretch it really good and go in circles, right?
What else did they make needles out of back then?
So when I was younger, we made it out of a staple from a matchbook. Yeah. So a staple, you know, the staples that hold the matchbook together. We took that out, melted onto a back of a toothbrush, and then used that like a sticking post. You know what I mean? That was one of the first tattoos that I got back in when I was like, I think around 14, 15 years old.
No.
So you took a hobby and made it a profession, huh?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it wasn't even a hobby so much. It's just a way to get chicks back to the pad. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what kind of tattoos did the chicks want? Back then?
Butterflies.
Butterflies, tramp stamps.
And roses. Actually, my homies used to pick me off.
Now they got vamp stamps.
Bob knows how to tattoo. Let's go back to the pad. He'll tattoo you up.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one of your old tattoos and cringe?
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now. Ew.
Can you cover up that butterfly, please?
Brother,
Ooh.
What's that, brother? Sounds like a Diddy job.
Yeah. Don't diddy me, dog.
No R. Kelly in around here,
Yeah,
homie.
dude.
My era.
Yeah, the times have changed though, man. The attitudes toward tattoos is like so acceptable now. You know what I mean?
Phenomenal.
And you know, people think we're like backwards, but it was just more of a respect for the community. You know what I mean? And remember, I was telling you, everybody used to get tattooed above the sleeve.
Yeah.
Above the sleeve. Don't let it show. Don't let it show. Everybody had it under their shirt. Remember, Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's almost like. Eddie just told me now people get tattoos outside the sleeve.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're going for the hand first, right?
Yeah, they want hands first, face first, nothing underneath. They
it's
just
so
going for clout
crazy.
right away.
Shit.
Neck first, right? You see like a person with a
What's that?
turtleneck, and then they take off their shirt and just a
Yeah, it's all
neck
empty.
and tattoo.
I mean, how the world has changed. You know, the attitude towards it. Like, I mean, it's a great thing. Don't get me wrong. You know, but like, how can something be so demonized back then, and all of a sudden now it's just mainstream?
I think about it as, you know, the progression in technology and the acceptance of it as an art form,
Yeah.
and just the associations of it, right? So I think of it like this, kind of like a motorcycle club, right? Everybody can buy a Harley, but not everybody can be a part of a motorcycle club.
Oh yeah, you can't get patched
You know
up
what
like
I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, everyone can enjoy tattoos, but not everybody can touch those roots of where tattoos have come from and the places of where people earn their tattoos instead of just pay for tattoos.
Ah.
You know, I think it's two different worlds.
So you don't have to be a pirate no more.
I kind of miss being a pirate. That was the whole reason I went into tattooing, where you could be a pirate, you could fuck off, you could do, you know, whatever, right? You felt like you were working in between worlds of like the law and, you know,
Breezy,
the syndicates
don't
and
go
stuff
over
like
yet.
that. You know?
Don't go home yet. We're gonna interview you a little bit too. Gonna bring her into the picture a little bit.
Yeah.
But
You're gonna have a seat right here.
That's a biohack. She's gonna think about
It's like there's no cross contamination
There's
here.
no cross contamination here. What are you talking about?
No.
We're still in somebody's bedroom right now. Okay.
This is 1998.
92.
1992.
Homemade tattoos were like the biggest thing back then.
So what was it like opening one of the first tattoo shops in Little Saigon, Orange County? Did you guys get a lot of guff for that?
We thought we would, but it didn't really. Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah?
Nobody. Not even from
No
like.
protests or none of that?
Oh no.
Nah.
Not like hustlers?
No.
Actually, the only backlash was them accepting like shop rates.
Yeah.
They were trying instead of trying to trade stamps for a fucking tattoo. You know what I mean?
I got my tattoo for throwing knives.
Yeah. No, the
Wrong
barter.
demographics. Wrong
Yeah,
demographics.
yeah. No. Back then they were trying to barter. When we first go shop, like.
Bartering was big, right? Like, hey, fix my car and I'll give you a tat.
But you know, what was the typical thing they always asked us at the shop, Bob? I want a dragon, but I want it different from everybody else. Like,
Yeah. And then you
Want
show
all
them
the
some
claws.
pictures. They're like, no, I want that one. Like,
Yeah.
no.
I want the head going this way.
Everybody.
I want the eyes winking. You know, it's like, how many variations of dragons have you done in your life, Bob?
Oh man, I just use the same dragon, just flip it back and forth, upside down, and that's the same fucking dragon. Flip many different directions, bro.
Don't tell that to your people that you tattooed.
I'm doing one of them right now.
My tattoo's been on about 100 other guys. Okay.
I I got one too. Hold on, right?
Yeah. But you know, I like traditional stuff, so I'm getting an old school '90s tattoo. You know what I mean?
So why a dragon?
Huh?
Why has a dragon been a thing? Like, why has this been so popular amongst tattoos?
Dragons have always been ingrained in us. Always.
Yeah.
What is it about a dragon?
It's the ultimate power. It's the ultimate in the symbolism of Asian power, mythical, like animals and beings. You know what I mean? That's the ultimate. The dragon. That's why like a lot of people brag about their kids being Year of the Dragon or I'm the Year of the Dragon. You know, even though
Why do
some
you
dragons
think
aren't
people
as
aren't
cool as
like
it.
that? They want that kind of feel and energy.
Yeah.
Why a dragon?
That's kind of passed down.
Like,
From
why
like,
do they need that energy? Why do they need to be aggressive, bro? Like,
it's not aggressive. It's
Or
just
that-
having
to
that
obtain that
energy,
power.
that big energy
for
to.
what?
Well, it's,
Well,
like,
it's-
it's
okay.
a top echelon. A top echelon of like, so in any culture, right, there's a certain thing that's kind of like a top echelon, right? Like the most powerful thing in any culture would, if you look at every culture, whether it's like, let's say, like the Vikings, so they have the dragon, right? That's a, like, even medieval times had like the most powerful thing being
Dragons.
right?
You had to slay the
Every
dragon.
culture had the dragon, because the dragon is the most powerful symbolism.
I mean, that's probably the most fiercest, auspicious beast,
Yeah.
and symbolizes so many great energies that how can you not want a dragon? I don't care if it's like like they said, medieval times, Asian times. Dragons has always been like that mythical creature, right? Like your take on it. You know what I mean?
My take on it is that everyone has their own thing, right? Dragon is a very high-ranking creature.
Yeah.
So, like, do you want the third-ranking creature or do you want the high-ranking creature? It's gonna cost you the same, but it's also the symbolism of it, as say the associations from once upon a time, right? Like, you want to flex on somebody, you want to, you know, show your power upon the thing. Like, how come people buy Rolexes? How come people buy Ferraris, right? It's, for me, it's like when you're walking down the street, but at the time it was kind of like more gang shit too. You know what I mean? Like, I want to show my power. Oh, that's like Big Dragon from blah blah blah. That's from whatever. Oh, that's Big Tiger from thing. You know, it's a recognizable imagery from, like, say 108 Euros and all those tattooed warriors from back in the day. We kind of mimicked that, and that just crossed over in time. You know what I'm saying?
So dragons will
Describe that.
never die.
Dragons never die.
Dragons never die, dude. You know?
I just wrote that on your back.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Rồng không bao giờ chết. Ah, it's on your back now.
Like for the Vietnamese dragon, how many animals encompasses the Vietnamese dragon?
There's like 5 different types of Vietnamese dragon. For each dynasty, there is a separate type of dragon. So they had like kind of like the short lizard type dragon, like crocodile. They have like the more of like the Chinese style, like long. I can't think of everything off the top of my head right now, but our style is, they say we are the people of the dragon,
Yeah.
the children of the
Children
dragon.
of the dragon, that's
Yeah,
right.
so like being a dragon is like in our blood. You know, and there's a lot of rules about dragons. You know, you can't have like 5 fingers, 4 fingers, 3 fingers. Like they all have their own place. So
They all have a different meaning, right?
yeah, they all have their own meaning.
So, I mean, in the Vietnamese, like the Asian culture, like between the Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Thai, everybody, they all have a different variation of dragons, correct?
Yeah, they all have their own different style. Like
So
Japanese dragon versus Chinese dragon.
Can you tell us what differentiates, like what is what?
So, from my understanding, right, everyone has different teachings and different understandings of how they interpret art and history and stuff like that. But Chinese dragons have more of a like a tiger eye, and then more done with 4 claws. Right? No one gets 5 claws. 5 claws is
Imperial,
for imperial,
right? Yeah.
right? Because they consider themselves as a dragon, right? Because the 9 dragons take you to heaven, they consider themselves the 10th. So Chinese, from my understanding, is you run 4 fingers. In Japanese, you run 3 fingers.
Yeah.
And just different styles. For Chinese, I tend to use more like fur and hair, like for backings and stuff like that, and manes. And then for Japanese, I use more spikes.
Ah.
Yeah. For Vietnamese, I do more water dragon, from the Dragon Prince and the Dragon King, and that story of like the Adam and Eve story of Vietnam, where it's the water dragon and the mountain fairy. So I exclusively do all of my Vietnamese dragons with water.
But you start doing it more Japanese style, correct?
Yeah, I tried to push Vietnamese stuff, but there wasn't a demographic for that yet. There wasn't a demand, so I can't go broken, you know. I gotta do Chinese and
You
Japanese.
can't be a
stuff.
racist dragon.
Yeah.
I can't be a racist dragon.
Even though there's different color dragons, okay? Like even the symbolism of color.
Yeah,
Can you explain to
that
us?
gets deep. That gets deep. But then you're talking like north, south, east, west.
Well, you
when
know-
you were born, your star sign. You know, stone dragon versus like, you know, earth dragon and.
Okay, what's the most powerful color?
Most people like. I'll let Bob answer that one.
Well,
Bob,
red is for me for luck, and then green for the dragon, of course. That's like classic color for a dragon. Is green.
Yeah.
And how about for you and your clients?
Same.
Same?
If you want to push that style, a lot of us will push red dragons, and then green dragons from there. Other variations is when you're going more into
I mean that.
more rarities of different styles of dragons.
I mean, is there an exclusive dragon club? Like, no, you can't do this.
That goes more into exclusive club things.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, I would say, for example, some people feel that I've had emails like, hey, is this cultural appropriation if I'm not Asian and I get a dragon or something
Yeah.
like that? I was like, no, you have an appreciation of it, you know? And yeah, just go ahead and get it. You get the A-OK from me, you know?
Okay, besides the dragon, what's the next animal that everybody gets tattooed?
I'm pretty sure I know what that is gonna say.
You both say
Okay,
it on all
I think it's a tie between two. I think it's a tie between Phoenix and Koi fish, pretty much, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's
Usually
not,
that yin yang and then koi fish.
Is that the same thing for you? After the dragon?
Yeah. So number 2 animal is I mean, dragon and phoenix it represents like the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
Most people like to do koi fish and dragon. They do like koi fish. It's like, you know, auspicious. And then there's the story of koi jumping dragon door. So it's like the koi jumping the
Heaven's Gate.
and then turning into a dragon.
Oh wow.
And then as tattoo artists, we have to become like historians and
Yeah.
learn stories. Like I want a Viking tattoo, so now I gotta like learn about the Vikings
Yeah.
and shit. Like, oh, I want
Because
to.
everybody thinks, okay, should I get this? And what does it represent? So you kind of have to like adapt to that type of like, I don't know, informative freaking, like almost like a encyclopedia.
Yeah, because we don't want to fuck it up, right? They're like, what do you think about this? We're like, honestly, I don't know. Let me Google that shit with you. Let me check out Wikipedia.
Well, I ask because, like, you know, like a lot of like Asians say, oh, the Asian dragons don't have wings, but I've seen history otherwise. You know what I mean?
There's a type of dragon that has wings. So even in Asian culture, and then but mostly when you see a dragon with wings, we think of medieval culture.
Yes.
Right. Even like Mexicans, they have their own dragon, right? So
And that's what I was curious about. Like, is it exclusively non-Asian to have wings?
well, the Mexican dragon, I think doesn't have wings too.
Took off my mic.
Yeah. It's
I'm gonna go restroom real quick.
Yeah.
Well.
Well. Audio problems again.
Sorry, I forgot to re-mic up after I went to the restroom.
Pause. Hey guys, I'm here at Bad Influence, and I'm gonna ask some questions here of the young and up and coming artists here. We have Fu and we have Sam. So guys, how long have you guys been tattooing so far?
Almost a year and a half now.
Year and a half?
And I just started, I'm the apprentice at the shop, so I started last July.
Last July.
Yeah,
so are you
so-
tattooing yet, or
Yeah,
you
I
just?
started tattooing this year,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So still pretty new to it.
Okay. I'm gonna hit you guys off one at a time. Generally, are you guys from this area?
Yes.
Okay. How did your parents feel when you guys told them, "Hey, I want to go be a tattoo artist"?
Damn, you off with the hard question.
It's pretty easy for me though.
One at a time, though. Yeah.
It was pretty easy for me because my parents consider it as a job, and plus they're both like art minors.
Oh,
That's why.
Lucky. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of art did your parents do?
More black and gray realism type of art. So they're like more like hands-on, like paper pencil.
Paper, pencil, charcoal, that kind of stuff. Okay. And what about you, Apprentice Sam?
So my mom's definitely very supportive. I feel like definitely because during college I was trying to find a direction in life. I was doing all different things. I was being a data analyst and I was thinking about going into therapy and everything. And I think her just seeing me kind of having a hard time in college, he started to really support this. My dad, on the other hand, he definitely still wants me to go to grad school and all of that, but overall, they're pretty supportive.
Okay, and how's your experience been so far being tattoo artists?
It's fun. I enjoy it.
It's fun. What is the main thing that you guys enjoy being a tattoo artist?
Meeting new people,
Exactly.
and then also putting permanent art on other people.
Yeah.
Putting permanent art, is it addicting?
Honestly, yes.
I just can't believe people trust us. You know, it's like a big trust exchange, like people giving someone something permanent for the rest of their lives. So yeah, I just love talking to clients, hearing their stories, and then
Getting to
giving
know
them
people,
something.
making connections,
Exactly.
building bridges. That's cool. And did you guys always have an art background, or did you just kind of just fall into it? Out of interest?
I went to college for art,
Okay.
but yeah.
Do you have like a degree?
Yeah,
Or-
studio art.
Oh. What's studio art?
It's just anything like hands-on, so like oil painting, drawing on paper and pencil, life drawing, like sculpture, ceramics, all that stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to be a tattoo artist since like middle school, but yeah, because of the parents at first, it didn't seem super realistic. So I actually went to college to study math and psychology, but then kind of in my last year when I was like, no, I don't want to do any of this. I'm just going to full send it with tattooing and really
So,
try it.
Just to dig into that a little
Yeah.
bit more, like growing up here in Little Saigon, you guys were in Little Saigon or just around the area?
I'm a little far, but
Fountain Valley.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm from
Yeah,
Laguna Niguel.
I'm here.
Pretty much here. So it's kind of a weird thing that to want to be a tattoo artist
Dude,
at that
for
young
sure.
age,
Yeah.
right? It might have been different in my generation, but you guys have a lot more exposure to it. Do you guys feel that tattooing is more trendy now, or is it still have like that underground grit?
I still feel like it's like both, where it's trendy and then also like there's people out there that have conservative parents, so they're just like ooh, or like work too.
What advice would you guys give for people who did you apprentice here?
Yes.
So, what advice would you give to people to help them get their foot into tattooing, and then also, you know, excelling in their apprenticeship? Because apprenticeships, it depends on where you go to get your apprenticeship. Some are more hardcore than others. Some
Yeah.
are just pay to play. And what are your guys' perspectives on that? And what is your advice?
So I feel like I ended up really lucky in this shop. This is a great environment. So what I would advise, I did a lot of research before I kind of researched all different shops in my area. I had like a little Excel spreadsheet of like pros, cons, the type of art, what artists I wanted to talk to, kind of like that. And I went into a lot of shops just to talk to people and get advice from other artists. Even if they weren't looking to get an apprenticeship, give out an apprenticeship, I would just still go in, introduce myself, talk to them, to whoever was willing to talk to me, brought around my portfolio, and just, go in and talk to people.
For me, it's just like having like that drive for art, because if you like kind of like get into it and you just want to do like your own thing,
Yeah.
you're gonna get like tired and you lose that like drive of like or motivation. So like constantly just like producing art all the time, it's like very useful because you could build up that portfolio, and then like getting into like the tattooing field, like getting an apprenticeship, always have like art that like you're currently doing too, rather than like old school projects, because it's not the same as like from back then to now.
Yeah. And what do you think the biggest difference is from back then until now?
You've learned a lot from like your mistakes from like your past like drawings, compared to like now where you kind of like have like a general idea of like what to do. So like for your portfolio, like having like art that like kind of like correlates with you, or like showing that you can do all these type of like styles or
Okay.
designs.
Do you believe that tattooing should be, what do they call it? Not normalized, gate kept. Do you think tattooing should be gate kept? Or do you think it
No
should
one
just
have
be,
jobs, dude. It's like
or should it be
extinct.
just like something that someone just goes to, let's say if tattooing eventually goes to like an online course, or something that goes into say like beauty tech or something like that. Do you think that that is something that is good for the industry, or do you think that's something that's not good for your industry?
That's a tough one.
Well, because you guys are still fresh
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
industry, right? A year
I
and a
haven't
half,
really
something
met
like that.
anyone who's gone through
The
that
evolution?
way
Okay.
of getting into the
Not yet,
industry.
like tattoo school.
Yeah, I've never.
Oh,
just-
I've seen like the people that do like the PMU and then they convert to doing tiny tattoos. Are you talking about like that?
Something like that, and also let's say people are in like nail salons and they start doing tiny fine line tattoos, or just in general that they are now having tattoo school and tattoo classes that are easily available where they don't have to go through an apprenticeship, where like you guys did, and just kind of just learn online or leisurely.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say if it's right or wrong. I'm still new, but at least I feel like you would lose a lot that you don't get in a traditional apprenticeship. Just like the connection I have, like with my mentor, is something I really value, and I think you can't really get that if you're in a tattoo school. Because I think he also not only trains us as our skill-wise, but I feel like we all really look up to him as a mentor too, and as an artist.
How important is that to you guys?
It's honestly really important because like having someone that like has that much experience
Yeah.
teaching us all the fundamentals, it's like it helps a lot.
And being here, you guys understand the history of this shop and everything and the background, right, of your mentor. What is the number one lesson that you guys took away from your apprenticeship? Too deep? Or what?
Yeah, that's too deep. A little bit.
I think Bob has done a good job of like trying to toughen us up, or at least me up a lot, like to like kind of have like a less of a people pleaser kind of persona. So I think that was good to kind of work on. Yeah, especially in this industry, you kind of have to have a little bit of a thicker skin.
A little bit thick skin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. I honestly agree with that.
Yeah.
So
They
to be
develop
able
thick
to-
skin because I yell at them.
It's like having another dad.
Yeah, actually.
It is. It's like
I know.
having surrogate children. That's what teacher and student is like, right? Like sifu, it means like teacher, like father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a double connection from
Yeah.
that. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for
have a
answering my
question.
questions. David has questions. What's up,
So
David?
every generation of artists,
I'm gonna listen,
bar,
David.
and the artists before them what they had to do was take whatever's existing and they raise the bar their own way. So what do you think your generation is going to do? Where do you guys plan to take it, and where you plan to raise the bar to?
How you gonna one up Bob?
Pretty much. That's the summary, right? But that's the ideal goal, right?
I think it's because we're more in touch with like social media. It's easy to like promote ourselves out there.
Okay.
Definitely.
Like TikTok, Instagram Reels, posting a lot, honestly.
So you're saying Bob
Yeah.
doesn't post enough?
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah,
step up
Bob.
his
Start
social media
posting more.
Well, you guys are the apprentice. You got to be filming and posting it for him.
Oh, well, is that mine? That's supposed to be my job.
That's your job. He's got to focus on keeping the lights on.
Tattooing.
Yeah. You can't be doing dances and shit.
But even if you look at in fashion, right now,
Yeah.
they're bringing back the 90s. But today's, like, how they dressing up the 90s is a lot
Yeah.
cooler than how the 90s was.
Because that's
Like,
the
they're
perception
adding,
of it.
putting,
Yeah.
like, their own
A
style,
little
their own taste to
flair.
it. And it's different but similar. They like you can tell they use it as a reference,
Yeah.
but they add their own flavor to it.
Yeah.
So how does that translate over to tattoo? To where you're taking something old, but then what are you guys doing to make it a little bit different?
I'm gonna see what their answer is, but I got an answer for you. I don't do it, but I see it. You guys don't know I'm in tattooing.
I know this.
I feel like our style is very different from like our style.
Yeah.
Our style is very different from anything old.
But you
Yeah.
have so much reference now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. A lot of inspo to pull from. But honestly, more than
Like
style.
like for old school like black work tattoos, like the way I amp it up is like doing it in like more my style and like more dark work, because I know right now like dark work is still like pretty popular. And then like
Dark as in color or dark?
like
just
it's like
everything?
creepy like tattoos. I don't know what's the best way to describe it.
Like goth,
Yeah, almost
I went
goth.
through my dark phase.
my dark phase,
And then I
my
found- I
sad
found the light.
days.
I found the light with colors.
Yeah, for style, I wouldn't say.
I do very like feminine, like female
Yeah.
tattoos.
I do a lot
Female
of
evil.
feminine, a lot of shibari, BDSM shit. But at least for me, more than style that I want to change in the industry, I want to make it so everyone feels comfortable getting tattooed. Like tattoos being kind of for everyone. I kind of want,
Yeah.
just like.
More of the experience.
Yeah.
Customer service, things
yeah,
like that.
exactly. Like anyone, it's not just for a certain group of people, you know, like moms, everyone.
Yeah, being able to cater to like different styles like helps a lot. Yeah.
And just making it so every type of person feels comfortable and safe coming into the shop, you know.
Dragon koi or arowana?
There's a different
Those are two
mystical,
different things.
a lot of different mystical creatures.
Vic,
You know what I mean?
come in.
Come in here, Vic.
Come here, Vic. Sick.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's
Good.
good. Can you catch him?
I use
Not
mic
right
too,
there.
right?
You either have to sit next to Chris
Or go behind here.
Andy.
Go behind here.
Oh, I get an interview too?
Yeah, yeah, get it.
Yeah, we're over here, we're over
The
here.
model.
You have
The
two
model.
mics right here.
Yeah, get it right here, man.
This is
You
the
gotta speak
model.
loudly.
Yeah.
Yeah, speak loudly.
Speak loudly.
Or just like you whisper in my ears right now.
Yeah, that looks sick, dude.
You know, like a lot of the tattoo industry is gonna change. Look at this guy, dude. You know what I mean? Vit, how long you been tattooing, Vit?
Professionally,
Yeah.
or I guess about 4 years. 4 years professionally.
I mean, what pulled you into this shit, dude?
Louder, louder.
You know what? It's just like a taboo, dude. Actually, how I started was I was getting tattooed by a homemade machine, and I guess the guy with me, he asked if I wanted it. You know what I mean? And I guess from there, I said, all right, you know what I mean? I'll try it out. And so from there, just I started tattooing my leg that same day, and then that's when I knew.
That's history, right? That's a
Yeah.
wrap.
Then yeah. So here I am now. You know?
Yep.
No, we're just proud that like there's so many Asians in the tattoo game right now. You know what I mean?
It wasn't like that back
No,
in
it
the
was
day.
never like that, dude. It was like so taboo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, did your parents accept this?
You know what? I got a lot of brothers, so I felt like my older brother broke them in. You know what I mean? He tattooed me when I was like 13 years old. they didn't find out till I was like 16 or 17 or so, like that.
Where did you put it?
My back.
Full back. 13-year-old.
And guess what was it? Vietnam.
With a dragon.
With a dragon.
Wrapped around Vietnam.
Let me see it. Let me see that shit, man.
Well, I actually covered it up
Yeah.
now. So
Oh.
yeah,
That was back then, right?
that was back then.
Compared to what you see now, was it horrible?
Yeah.
I think it was horrible even back then.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible, bro.
That's the thing, you know, there wasn't widely available, like, you know, Asian tattoo artists.
Oh.
And how many hacks and, like, fucking scratchers were there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially Vietnamese ones, there's only a handful.
Yeah, there's only a
At the
handful
time.
at the time. Let's talk about, like, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
No, back in the day when you go to like a tattoo shop, right? And you're Asian, you pretty much kind of get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
They
so,
kinda-
though?
Well, they just give you a price and you take it or leave it. They're not very like informative. They're just like, you know, treat you like how any other fucking.
You think they treat
Shop.
you like tourists?
No, even worse than tourists. I think. I think they're just not used to like dealing with Asian people yet. You know what I mean?
And that's why it's important for, like, Asians to have their own shop. Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
y'all didn't know, Bob had the first tattoo shop here in, what, 96, 97?
98.
98.
You too, fucker.
No, but it's more like,
He said, you too, motherfucker.
He's the one that actually. Chris.
Yeah.
Tang or whatever, Chris was actually. So how the whole story started was I was tattooing with Eddie, owner of OC Tattoo, in Hollywood already. We were in LA. We started around '95, and you know we tattooed for like 2 or 3 years, and then I had a lot of homies at OC still that wants to get tattooed. So I would come back to OC, go to people's houses and stuff like that to tattoo them. And I was like, man, I hate going to people's houses. Motherfuckers are cheap, dog. They don't want to turn on the AC.
Yeah.
They got the kids running around.
Pickles and meth.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like no AC, you're like sweating balls.
Fucking tattooed on the floor.
Yeah. Like,
On top of your suitcase? On top of your suitcase? Yeah. That fucking stupid silver suitcase?
Mom is yelling at them and shit. You fucking tattooing the son and the mom comment. Tại sao tụi bay làm ở chỗ bây giờ cái phòng khách của tao trời đất ơi vô hay à. Shit like that, right? Oh my god, bro. Right? But I known Chris for a long time before that too. And I was telling him my situation. I was like, man, fuck these motherfuckers, man. I hate going to people's houses and tattoos.
Yeah,
This
no more
sucks,
houses.
you know?
Yeah.
They goes, well, I have an apartment and I got an extra room. You know, remember? Like, I got an extra room.
It was all your fault.
I need a roommate, you know, to help out with rent, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right,
I was just being cheap, you know what I mean?
like, I'll take you up on it. So like me and Eddie, we set up a little studio in the downstairs room at his townhome that he was renting, and then from then on, you know, he freaking. It's like, hey, why don't you guys just open a shop?
This is the bright idea.
Yeah, I'm like, motherfucker, we only been tattooed for 3 years, man.
Yeah.
Like, you guys got plenty of freaking clients, you know, the homies and stuff. Like, all right, fuck it. So that's what
That's
happened.
how it all started.
Yeah, that's how it started.
So that's how addiction started in '98. Beach and Bolsa. Okay.
Beach and Bolsa.
I'm not sure we're the first Vietnamese shop, but for Little
We're the
Saigon,
first Vietnamese shop in Orange County.
In Orange County, for sure.
I
You know what I mean?
guarantee.
The only other shop around was Silver. Remember?
Silver Lake?
Silver Lake. But that was in LA.
Silver Lake Tom?
That
Yeah,
was
but
at Silver
for-
Lake Tom. That's a Chinese-owned tattoo shop.
But for Orange County,
Yeah.
it was just us for years.
Yeah, for years.
And it was a gate-kept fucking community, but Bob and Eddie broke the rules of it. You know what I mean? And from there, even then, like, dude, remember how we used to price it and they'd be like freaked out?
Yeah.
Everybody wanted a dragon, and he would tell them the price, like, because they're so used to fucking prison tattoo prices. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I don't want no Robins, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't
Quit
want your
bringing me-
suits and macro, man.
One orange juice and a haircut.
No, you're paying per hour.
Motherfucker.
What, no, back then, what was it? Like, this is '98. What was the
$100 an hour.
$100 an hour. Okay.
Which is a lot.
Yes.
By the 90s standard.
I was like,
Yeah.
damn. Is that in the 90s?
too?
Damn.
But the people that got tattooed, they weren't used to that. $100 an hour was a stretch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it filtered out who really wanted to get a
Yeah.
serious professional tattoo versus a guy that hacked it at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was a big difference, man. You know, again, they were still using the homemade tattoo machines.
Yeah.
And
No, not at the shop. Not the shop.
Not the shop.
Let's clarify
On the street. Yeah.
And so the culture has changed. I mean, from '98 till now, look at the tattoo industry now, dude. You know what I mean? It's fucking thriving, and I love it. You know, and you guys are like the leader of this area right now. You know what I mean? So
I don't know about that. I feel like we kind of just we're fortunate to be like, I don't know, the first, but I don't think we meant to be like trendsetters or anything like. We're just like, hey,
there was a void.
fucking do shit.
There's definitely a
we were
void.
just fortunate that the timing was right for us.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to give us like credit as being like the forefront. Like we had a message or we had a what do you call it? Cause.
No,
You know what I
well,
mean?
we broke barriers because a lot of
Yeah.
people want tattoos,
Yeah.
but like they didn't have a professional shop to go
Yeah.
to. And like he says, you know, a lot of the typical traditional shops back then didn't really want to cater to Asians.
No, they took advantage of.
They took advantage
a lot
of-
of us. Yeah.
You know, they would up the price. They
Yeah.
would not even give you what you want. And
Well,
tell you
it's this. The mentality is this, and I found out it's the same mentality that if you don't want to do something, you price it high, so that if you get it, if they accept the price, that means it's worth you doing something you don't want to. So a lot of guys in other shops would be like, you know what, I'm gonna price it super high, and if I get it, cool, then it's worth it for me to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a lot of the treatment that I felt like our people got from like the neighboring shops that were around the area.
well, you know what?
You know?
No, I can agree with that because like remember I was doing piercing.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris was doing
Chris
Anyway,
the Piercer.
no, like if they wanted a PA, I would triple it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you really want a PA, I'll do a PA, but you're gonna pay the price.
For
You know what I
those
mean?
who don't know,
handling fee.
Yeah, it's a handling fee. Like,
for those who don't know,
Gotta wake it up, homie. You gotta wake it up. You gotta wake it
look
up.
up PA. Look up PA.
if y'all know what a PA is, look it up. It's a
Yeah,
piercing, you know
Prince
what I mean?
Albert.
Yeah, so I did piercing for what, 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. I apprenticed under Bob.
As part of his training,
One of my training to, you know.
he has to handle packages.
Yeah.
They called him the mailman.
Yeah.
The Diddy.
You have to diddy it up.
But I got paid to Diddy, okay? Not that kind of paid, okay? No, but it was just weird. Like, dude, how many tattoos did we go through and, like, belly button piercings?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude. You
Were
know,
you
like,
the only piercer there?
no.
No.
We hired other piercer to teach him.
Yeah, but they were so unreliable back
Yeah.
then. Like, dude, they were
still
so,
are.
Dude, it's like, we fire one every, like, 6 months.
Yeah.
Did you bring other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breezy, come in here real quick.
Yeah, join the club.
So let me introduce you guys to Breezy. Her name is Brianna.
We got
Come
another
here, come
tattoo, next generation tattoo artist.
This is
Yeah.
Brianna Breezy.
Yeah. Here, have a seat.
We only have so many
Yeah.
mics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did all the other stuff are. So stand between them. There's a mic right here.
The microphone right here. Speak
Keep
into
that in
this
mind.
thing.
You don't have to kneel down. Just like be closer.
Yeah.
Just talk loudly.
Yeah, be closer.
Okay.
There's new generations of tattoo, the respect for art, and all these great tattoo artists now. Young bloods. Okay, how do you guys treat the young bloods now?
Nice.
Show this young blood what it was and ask him what it is now. You know what I mean?
How do I treat young bloods?
Yeah. Oh, you're a little different. You're still traditional. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm too traditional.
Yeah, he still does the.
We gotta pass
he
mine.
does the apprentice stuff. You know, because
So the backstory on Brianna here is she had graduated from her apprenticeship earlier this year at the beginning of the year.
Nice.
And now she's kicking ass and taking names right now. You saw her like busy like the whole time you guys were here, right? So just give them kind of like an insight of like what it was, like your journey to from then to now, and not only that, but how is it being the only Caucasian in a mostly Asian tattoo shop?
I don't know. It's nice. I mean, being surrounded by culture.
yeah.
Yeah. But basically, how I got started was I started coming here to get tattoos by Val, another artist at the shop. And I was back here for college, and I was like really interested in tattooing, but I never really knew like where to start off with it. And you know, Val told me like, "Hey, we're looking for an apprentice. You might want to message the boss." And so I messaged and we interviewed, and you know, I got in. I wasn't able to do it the first time because I didn't have the funds for it. But
I heard he was a dick.
right.
He
totally.
pretty much is a prick, dude.
Yeah. But I worked my ass off at Target, and I was going to school, and then I started apprenticing. So I was going to school full time, working retail, and coming here, and I was only sleeping like 4 hours a night, and it sucked ass.
That sounds alright.
That
That shows
No, seriously,
that shows determination though.
no, like
It makes it worth your while though, right? Worth
Yeah.
it, right?
you have to have
Yeah.
determination and work ethics, correct?
100%.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay, there's a old school, new school. Should people go apprentice,
Should people apprentice?
Yes.
100%.
or should they just take a class and think they're gonna do it?
No.
Yeah, should apprentice,
Because
right?
you don't have the like mentorship by your side if you're just taking a random class. Like you don't have the ability to really grow if you're not surrounded by other artists. Like because if you don't see something that you can become, if you're not surrounding yourself by people who are improving daily, like what are you looking at? Just yourself? That's like a huge ego trip.
No gauge, right?
No, yeah.
There's no standard.
Yeah.
To there's
But
no
is
bar.
is
no
it the
bar to
same
set,
as
right?
old days
Yeah.
where you have to do all the grunt work, trash, needle making, fucking
Nobody makes needles no more.
Nobody
Oh,
makes
but my bad.
needles
Okay,
anymore.
I'm so old. Okay.
You're showing your age, bro.
No, it's only we solder needle
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know all the bullshit
Yeah.
apprentice stuff, right? You do all the grunt work. Did Pop put you that?
I mean, there were errands to run, but it
I
wasn't.
feel it comes with the job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to accept this shit.
Was there laundry to do?
No.
Now you tell me
No.
why that was important though, to put them all the nonsense shit, Bob. You know what I mean? And
Okay, so for me, I feel like that's part of the shop. And if I'm going to teach you from A to Z, guess what A is? A is being at the bottom, right? A is like taking out the trash, cleaning the windows, making sure the stations are clean, sweeping the floor. That's an A through Z of a shop.
Just teaching
Being
good
in the shop.
habits.
Yeah,
Yourself
and
useful.
yeah, not only that, but
No, it's good habits.
It's good, like good ethics, right? Good work ethic and good habits, mainly good habits. Like if you come into a place and you don't know how to clean a place, you're not going to keep the place clean. You know what I'm saying?
Being sterile
And
is very important,
the main
man.
thing for me is cleanliness. Cleanliness is godliness, you know? So,
For sure.
yeah.
Now, do you guys, any of you guys regret this journey?
No, I love it.
Love it?
Yeah,
You
it was
love
worth
having-
it.
I mean, I'm so happy for the tattoo industry. Like, it's thriving. Do you think it's gonna? Do you think what's the next step right here?
Well, people don't like my opinion. On the next people don't like my opinion.
No,
on the
I
next
want to
step of
hear it.
tattooing.
I want to hear that.
man.
I want to hear
Man.
that. I don't hear that.
Ah, fuck my life. Okay.
FML.
Yeah. If you guys don't know, then I've been tattooing not as long as Bob, obviously, but I come from a lineage of my tattoo, Hori and Ichimon. Jessien is my master, and then I've been tattooing since 2003. So my perspective in tattooing is that it's evolving and becoming into a real business, right? This is a real business now. 10, 15 years ago, it wasn't a real business. It was kind of like eyeballs were kind of just watching. There's no regulations, there's no this, there's no that, right? And then before that was the Wild West. You could be a pirate, you could be whatever you want. It was the counterculture. It was uncool, right? And then now it's cool, right? Now it's cool to be uncool and all that jazz, right? So where is it going now? Where is it going now is I personally believe that it is following the steps of kind of like, if we're talking about, remember when I was talking about motorcycles and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to follow into the regulations of maybe how salons are moving, right? We're catching up into that, into salon, maybe rent a chair, maybe this, maybe that. And then people don't want to invest, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 to build a tattoo shop. They may rather rent like a Solana or something like
Phoenix,
that.
Solana.
Phoenix,
rent a
Solana,
chair.
something like that.
Or like
rent
a
thing.
private studio.
Run
blah,
a
blah,
private
blah.
studio.
Yeah.
I think it's going to more towards into that because we have a growth in what's it called? Supply, right? So there are more tattooers more than ever, right? So we are supplying that demand more than ever. There's only X amount of people turning 18 every day to get tattoos of people who want tattoos. So we are having more suppliers. And then if people don't go through real educational apprenticeships, then it's going to go into same thing as construction's happening, where people are learning, less people are hopping into construction, but their skill is not getting better than the teacher, right? So there's people who've been apprenticing for like a year or two, and they believe that they are strong enough and have the will enough to have apprentices of their own, and they go out there, but they don't have much to teach because they haven't, gone through the trials and tribulations of 5 to 10 years, not even to see how well their tattoos last of 5 to 10 years to give that advice. And then so therefore there's a lot of people coming in, but they're actually not as strong. There's those very rarities of artists who really excel and grow, but that percentage is very, very little. But majority of people, they're learning from like the blind leading the blind, and, and then the quality of tattooing is gonna fall. But there's gonna be a lot more tattooers. There's gonna be a lot more tattooers, but the quality is gonna be lower. So that's my opinion. People don't like it. I don't give a fuck.
No,
but that's my analysis.
No, that
so.
is, to me, I see that happening, but I also see this though. There's two sides to every coin, right? So that is happening. I guarantee that's happening. That's a fact. But also, there's other people out there who genuinely realize that there's artistic value in a lot of other things. There's quality at the same time. So yeah, there's a big demand for tattoos. There's a big demand for cheap tattoos, and there's a big demand for cheap tattoo artists. But at the other end of the spectrum, I feel like there's not even a middle ground anymore. There's either really cheap or really you know what I mean?
Yeah, really extravagant.
Real extravagant and stuff like that. And so if you kind of find your niche, you could be like a cheap tattoo artist, do okay, make good money, doing all right. But your integrity is kind of being sold.
Yeah.
Right? You're kind of selling yourself a little short. And then how many fine line little flower tattoos can you do until you die? Will that make you happy? You know, but if you want to come into this business with the mindset of, you know what, I'm going to be the best artist I can. I'm going to grow my art. I don't want to be the kind of artist that, you know, like I want to get tattooed from. You know what I mean? And maintain the quality that I was taught. And I've taught everybody to like maintain your quality. Yeah, of course, you're going to lower your prices to get the people in the door so that you can get that practice and get that experience under your belt. At the same time, you're building your portfolio. And do not just settle for just like staying at that level. You know what I mean? Grow. So I feel like you are right. There is that trend. But I feel like there's another movement that a lot of people are paying attention to, is the strong artistic movement. Because I have like students now that are coming out of like art school or school with art degrees. Like my daughter, for instance, she has a bachelor in art. She's killing it right now because she applied what she learned in college, right? And her skill level and her quality of work is like, you see it, right?
But she has a good teacher too for tattooing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of instilling in them, and that it's not just about getting that money, right? Yeah, get the money, true. But at the same time, if you're getting that money, why not utilize that time to build an experience? Because I think with experience, the money will come, right? So it's a very viable career.
Yeah.
You just got to stick with it, and you know, and do your best. You know?
They trusted the medium. You know what I mean? So like, it's fucking awesome. Like, father-daughter tattoo shop. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You know, generational. Would you imagine ever that as a generational?
No, I didn't even want her to tattoo.
Yeah,
I honestly didn't want her to get into the tattoo industry.
Was she like curious as a kid and stuff like that?
she grew up in the tattoo.
Yeah,
she's 20. She's 30. She'll be 30. She'll be 32 this year. So she was born in '92. I started tattooing in '95. I used to bring her to the tattoo shop and hang out with me since she was a baby.
She basically lived here.
She basically live and breathe tattooing.
Yeah.
Right, and not only that, but she has a God-given talent of art. She's very talented, right?
Yeah.
So I even told her. I said, you know, when she graduated high school, I'm like, no, I want you to go to college. I want you to learn something else. This is easy, you know. This will always be here for you. I don't want you to sell yourself short. I don't want you to like, you know, take the easy route. I want you to go to college, get your education, and if you want to come back to this will always be here for you. And that's what she did. She went and got her degree, and then she came back and said, I want a tattoo. I'm like, okay.
Dude, how did that make you feel when your daughter wanted to, like, you know, run the family business like that? You know what I mean?
Of course, I'm a proud father, right? But at the same time, I'm like, you can be so much more than me. You know what I'm saying?
No, but because, like, you know, we talk about generational stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, how many craft is generational for our Asian community? You know what I mean? Especially like a taboo business like this. Would you want your kids to tattoo?
I would.
Okay, see, that's
I think my mom instilled in me so much trauma that I even hate my own career. You know what I'm talking about?
I think, but I also think like tattooing was different then for us than it is now for them.
Of course,
you know?
for sure.
It was a different type of headaches that came along with tattooing.
Especially if you have like visible tattoo, right?
Yeah.
In the world.
Yeah, even like hand tattoos were weird like back in the day, but now it's like everyone's got face tattoos. So
dude,
it's like,
dude, I saw like neck face tattoos like common now.
Dude, you go to fucking Costco, man. Motherfucker got more tattoos than I do.
Yeah.
Back then, like even the police were not allowed to have tattoos showing. Remember that? And they just dropped it in what, 2000s?
I think like they still got to cover some parts. Yeah.
Do they?
Military is like one hand above. Their hand has to cover.
Above the hands.
Oh, it has above the head, so they still have regulations.
Depends on which, like, who's in charge. Depends on who's in charge. Depends on their higher ups.
But I'm just happy that it's an acceptable art form. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's, you know, because back then, you know, everybody had to hide the fact that they had tattoos. You know, it's like it's weird. You have to hide it from everybody.
How do your parents feel, Reezy?
They hated it. I didn't talk to my mom for a month when I got into tattooing.
Oh.
Like the first time I told her I wanted to tattoo, she like broke down crying and she's like, I didn't send you to college to become a tattoo artist.
You're doing the devil's work.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait.
Come away.
But that means you're a demon.
You're a demon.
What did you go to school for?
I went to school for art. Yeah.
No, Mom.
Yeah.
But this is just another medium or canvas, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you explain that to her?
I did, but I went to school for animation, and so in her eyes, she thought I would end up in like a studio, like working for like Disney or Nickelodeon.
But you're in the studio. This is
exactly.
And you are tattooing Nickelodeon and Disney.
Exactly.
And let's just say that you're in the studio right now at Disney. Would you be able to like express yourself the same way you would as a tattoo artist in that type of studio?
No, and that's why I chose to go this route,
Yeah.
because I could do it better here than like working for a boss that wants me to draw like something they want every day.
Yeah.
Do you realize how many generations you have in this room right now?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And do you like where it's going?
I do.
Okay, that's the thing. That's the plus. I do love where it's going.
Yeah.
Like from Bob to you to Vit now to you. Okay, everybody represents a different generation.
Yeah.
Like earlier, I was asking like, okay, what's the new generation's like tattoo art form? You know
Stop
what I
talking
mean?
with your hands. I'm
Yeah.
tattooing you, fuck.
Yeah. You know what?
It's like, hey,
I'm looking at tattoo. He's looking like
I'm in pain, but like
he's minding shit.
I miss the days where you could smoke inside tattoo shops.
right? Yeah.
You sit here and be like, so.
What do you want?
No, more like, oh shit, I got ash on you. Sorry.
Yeah, I was mixing it with the ink though. It dulls it from being shiny.
But I gotta admit though, tattoo shops back in the 80s and 90s were pretty scummy, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Minus ours though.
Minus ours, you know.
Mine-
We're
mine-
90s,
mine-
we're
mine-
90s,
Yeah,
90s.
ours is pretty classy. I don't know.
Unless you go to the back.
Yeah. You had a punching bag, a weight set.
Jim said, and a bomb.
Cut that out.
Right.
No, you think you're gonna do this forever?
I think so. I love what I do.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the mentality.
Now, what would you like to tell the next generation?
Oh shit.
To not get lost in like the money aspect of it. Like you have to really be passionate about it and don't just be focused on the money, because like I see on Instagram so many people are like, how to expand your business, how to attract more clients, and it's like if you're focused on that before you're focused on improving your art, you're not going to become like a good artist. Like I
Breezy.
Well, you got a good teacher.
Look at you. You're all grown up. She's all grown up.
Hey, whatever you taught her, it was great, man.
I mean, it's the truth. Like
You're all grown up.
You're all grown up now. No wonder you're now not an apprentice no more.
High level.
High level. Now you can. Do you consider yourself a professional now?
no, I'm still learning.
No, but you are professional. We're
Yeah.
always
Why don't you
trying
ask
to
the
keep
boss?
learning.
Boss, is she a
She's a
professional?
professional.
There you go.
She's a professional. Dude,
Solid.
you know how professional she's at?
Yeah.
She took it upon herself to start drawing her own flash, using her social media presence and stuff like that to get people in the door, and not being like a flash pusher so much as like, hey, showcasing your talent. Putting in that work because hey, back then I used to draw flash all the time, but I just didn't have the social media to advertise it. Right? Now that they have that resource, fuck it, why not? No shame in that. No shame in drawing out flash. And people say, you know what? Don't put it out there because people are gonna steal. Well, guess fucking what? Everybody steals. As soon as your fucking shit goes online, it's gonna get stolen. If you're gonna take a risk of not releasing your artwork because you're afraid of it getting stolen, then how are you gonna get people in the door to showcase your artwork?
Yeah.
You gotta take that chance of getting stolen. But you know what? If smart people come to get the original art from the original artist, then you're gonna make it better than some dude that's trying to steal it, right? Because if some dude that has to steal, that means he's barely starting out, and he's lowballing, cutting that, doing it home or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's okay. Just put it out there. Fuck those thieves. You know what I mean? Always gonna be thieves, man. There's always gonna be
Also
thieves.
saying,
Huh.
good artists copy, great artists steal.
Yeah.
Didn't I always say that? Didn't I always say that?
I did.
Yeah. And I stole it from him. I didn't even know it was from him. Actually, I just heard it from him. I didn't even know it was Picasso. Yeah, I didn't know it was Picasso. I swear to God. It was Bob Picasso. David made it up. Bob Picasso.
Bob Picasso.
That's
Sounds
why.
pretty good though.
Yeah, that's why I always used to tell these these artists. I'm like, hey, so guess what?
That's your new contact name,
Yeah.
Bob Picasso.
Bob Picasso.
I didn't even know that was from him.
You got a new name, bro.
I just heard it. I heard it from somebody, and I was like, "Hey, that's pretty
good.
I'm gonna make my own."
And I'm gonna lead into this. Like right now, Vietnam is having a moment with tattoos, correct?
Yeah, they just had a tattoo show.
Dude, Vietnam, do your thing. Do your fucking thing, dude. You know what I mean?
Vietnam is blowing up. Good for you, my brothers.
Yes,
Good
dude.
for
Y'all,
you.
y'all, dude, do your thing, dude.
Get
you know
it.
what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Cause like
Get
right now,
it.
like
Yeah.
Mostly Asian, but I feel like
They
slowly.
do a lot of realism too.
Yeah, a lot of
Color
realism. Oh yeah, there's a couple artists that does like portraits, right? That-
Yeah.
Like color portraits. Oh my god, it's phenomenal.
Crazy.
We have a
Phenomenal.
handful of guys out there. Saigon Ink, Dennis,
Yeah.
Lamvid,
Lambit is badass.
and then
That's your bro, right?
John's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're affiliates of our shop, my tattoo crew, and they just did the show Saigon Ink. You know, that just happened like last month. So yeah, there's just a lot of amazing artists out there. Crazy.
I'm just glad people broke barriers for like now Vietnam is accepting tattoo. Who'd have thought?
Vietnam is more accepting than it is here.
Correct, which is like amazing. It's
People are
like,
tatted everywhere in Vietnam.
dude.
Everywhere.
But
You
when
walk
did,
around getting fucked, they're like,
but when did that
"Hey, what's
start?
up, man?"
When did that start to be an acceptable thing? You know what I mean?
Shit. I don't know. It took some time, but when I went last time, I went for a couple shows, like 2018, like 2016, stuff like that. It was like getting there, and then now it's like full blown. You know what I mean? Now it's just like, yeah, whatever. Because so many people are tattooing in Vietnam right now too, and their quality is so high.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
pretty
high,
high.
and it's cheaper than here. So it's like you're like, fuck.
So, bro, Vietnam, do your fucking thing, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I
do your thing,
mean?
bro.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
killing it.
But anyways, either way, you know, the tattoo industry, art industry, you guys are all very creative, fucking doing that shit, dog. You know what I mean? Especially for this
Sure.
motherfucker, yeah.
No,
this
no,
motherfucker,
no.
man. He won't tattoo me. I don't have.
You guys want to take a break?
Yeah.
You still mic'd up?
Yeah.
Best advice you can give to a young Vietnamese kid and how they tell their parents that I want a tattoo, or how do they break the news to the parents that they just got a tattoo?
I'll let Andy take this one.
You say that you had a dream that Jesus told you to get a tattoo, and that you can't go against the word of Jesus, right? So you have to get the tattoo. Or you tell him, hey, Mom, it's either this or drugs. So
Yeah.
where do you want me to spend my money?
Yeah, what do you want me to be addicted to? So
Those are my best ones.
how I broke it to my parents was I just took off my shirt.
Yeah.
And then,
Mind you, he's like 58 years old now.
yeah,
Right?
56, okay? I'm a 56-year-old guy still scared of my mom and dad, okay? So fuck you guys.
Welcome to Vietnamese tradition 101.
Yeah. We still respect our parents'
Yeah.
wishes, but
Yeah.
we still got to do our own thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, dude, like when I first got this and they saw it, they just start shaking their head, shaking their head, shaking their head. But they didn't really say anything. You know what I mean? Because why? They already know we're going to do what we want to do. And,
That's a full ass board here, man.
okay, not that we're like getting tattooed and drinking, that's a no-no.
That's soda, sir.
That's so yeah.
But it's
Not
my
cool.
own podcast and
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But Mo, hey man,
Honestly, in my opinion, is like as long as it's good, the parents don't really have much to say. You know what I mean? If they come home with a bad and shitty tattoo, then they're like, "Oh, what the fuck," right? But if you come with something like quite impressive, they're like, "Oh, okay." You know what I mean? It shortens the blow a little bit.
No, I was considering like a crucifix or a fucking a religious piece.
Entry level.
Yeah, entry level just to break the Psalm. Just kidding.
Stop moving, motherfucker.
And again, do not move when you get tattooed
Yeah.
because you want straight lines.
Do not mime.
Yeah,
When
do
you
not
get
straight
tattooed.
mine, dude. Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, don't mime.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, to all you guys that are afraid of getting tattoos from your parents, you know what? It's a freedom of expression. If you want to express it, your parents love you, and see how you grew up. Fucking just do it, dude.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, they get over it.
They'll get over it.
They get over it, dude.
It's time.
So do you guys have to act a certain way in how you present yourself to the world, like a non-tattoo world, or more like a professional corporate world, to make yourself feel non-threatening?
I think you're non-threatening if you're a non-threatening person. I don't think it's your skin art or anything that your appearance.
Like
You
if you
know?
were to go into like an Asian household and you have a sleeve, like they judge you based on appearance.
Well, you got to deal with the backlash and everything that comes with it.
So what do you do? What do you say to have to make people?
You
feel
take
comfortable?
accountability. If you want a tattoo, it comes with the responsibility of it.
Wow,
That's my take of it. You know what I mean? It's like if they're gonna talk shit, take the shit. But if you don't want to take the shit and you want to be defensive about it, defend it. You know what I mean? Why do you want it? But I don't know. That's my take. I don't know about your guys. You know what I mean?
My experience has been once they see my character, then they don't question my tattoos. I wear my tattoos like it's my skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to judge me based on my skin, then that's just your perception, right? Like back in those days, I took people that were tattooed in the same as like, oh, do you judge people by the color of their skin? Do you judge the people by the pictures on their skin? You know what I'm saying? So I just wear it like it's a part of me, and if you don't like me, then fuck you. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much, if parents want to judge me for that, then that's on them. But if they know me as a person, as someone of good character, and you want to judge me because I have tattoos, then you know what I mean? Then who's in the wrong in that position? So
Yeah, 100%. That's why it's every individual journey through but if you want to be your individual self, express yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I forget that I have this much tattoos.
yeah.
Right? And I just walk into a room and then don't tell me that I have this much tattoos. You know what I mean? Through their reactions and stuff like that, and how they treat me and stuff like that. And then it makes me realize, oh, I get it. I get it, because honestly, I treat people differently too.
Yes.
Right? When I'm sitting at a restaurant, I see a guy comes in with a bunch of tattoos, right? Immediately, I start judging him based upon the style of tattoo that he has. If he has prison tattoos, I can recognize the prison tattoos, and I go, oh, okay, this is a different motherfucker. Right? Then the guy that comes in with a bunch of super colorful, traditional, whatever, all over the place tattoo, I'm like, okay, this is a different motherfucker. Right? So so I'm guilty. So I'm guilty. So I don't hold it against anybody.
No, we don't.
So if they're judging me based upon my appearance, and you're supposed to. That's what having eyes is.
Yeah.
Eyes is the first judgment.
It's,
you know what I mean?
It's really situational
natural.
awareness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, of course. Do you act on it? It's a different thing. But is it indicator? Hell, fuck yeah, dude. You know what I mean?
Well, when I was younger, when I had my neck tattoo, I had my neck tattoo done when I was back in 90, 95, 96. When I told myself, you know what, no turning back. I want to be a tattoo artist. I'm gonna get a neck tattoo, almost like a symbol of telling myself, ain't no fucking turning back now, motherfucker. This is it. You're going for it. Getting a neck tattoo back in the 90s is like sealing your fate. Right? So for me, I seal my fate, and I said, I'm getting neck tattoos, and ain't no fucking going back. Failure is not an option, and stuff like that. And everywhere I go, I get looked. And I used to get in a lot of fights because people would look at me, and I was like, what the fuck are you looking at? And then slowly, I realized,
You're a circus act.
yeah, exactly. It's like you're a fucking freak show.
Yeah.
And they're just tripping on you because you are a freak. It does not mean they're disrespecting you. It's just they haven't seen that before ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had to adapt to that too, right? So now I have to adapt to it every day. So it's all right. It's all right.
I know it's not for everybody, but dude, I'm just like I said, I'm glad that our culture is now more acceptable to this. Especially in Vietnam, they're making it mainstream.
Vietnam is badass now.
Yeah, Vietnam is fucking killing it, dude.
So cool. So cool.
So cool.
Ooh, ăn cool quá. Ăn cool, ăn cool quá.
But David, you're probably a curious guy. I asked these guys what really.
You don't have tattoos, huh, David? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're running tattoo.
Is that the coffee shop 162?
No.
Just kidding.
Prison tattoo. Bro. I got locked up-
County or prison?
I got locked up in Thailand.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Lady boy.
Oh.
He fought his way out through
Yeah.
Muay Thai.
Oh.
He earned his freedom through Muay
And
Thai.
at one point, because I always done that, and I always loved tattoos.
Yeah.
How come I didn't get a tattoo?
I saw you look at the blood and you were like, "Eh."
Out of respect for your parents,
It
probably.
is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
only because my mom and dad doesn't deserve being sad.
No.
They
No.
worked hard enough. They sacrificed enough.
Yeah.
It's like me getting in trouble, going to prison now, and then I thought to myself, I was like, they don't deserve it.
Yeah. I get it.
I don't want to put them through that pain and suffering and heartache. So if they pass, then maybe, but not now. So that's the reason why.
So Dave's gonna be a tattoo artist as soon as they pass. Or?
I don't want to start that from the beginning.
I
don't wanna start over.
Yeah. It's a long journey.
Yeah.
It's a long journey.
But then what's the real message for everybody that's like in this world? You know what I mean? Like as a person getting tattooed or a person wanting to be a tattoo artist.
It's a big ass word. You can do what the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Express yourself.
Express yourself.
There's so many different categories in life you can fall into. So just choose one.
Yeah.
And if you're getting tattooed, do fucking move, okay?
Yeah, fucking mime. Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck?
Thank you for joining us and yaw with us.
Yeah.
We're here at Bad Influence, right here in Fountain Valley.
Fountain Valley, baby.
Fountain Valley with the OGs right here. They
Bob
started it
ass
all.
Bob right here, man. Addictions, Bad Influence, and fucking Little Saigon original, man. Yep.
Peace out.